Hello gamers, my name is Ace and you're watching the Ace Station. Well, for all you Shenmue fans out there, listen up. Even though we might not see another Shenmue game for a long time, Sega was kind enough to give us the next best thing, Yakuza 3 for the PlayStation 3. Graphics in this game is a huge improvement over the previous entries. All the character models in the game are detailed and colorful in every way. The most impressive thing that I was not expecting is how they perfectly captured the character mannerisms. It almost felt like watching a Bruce Lee movie at times. During fight scenes when you're kicking ass, you'll see your foes get bloodied up. From staining their clothes and blood gushing from their mouths, it's such a beautiful sight. They really wanted to make sure you knew they were in pain, and I think Sega pulled it off. The game takes place in two locations, Tokyo and Okinawa. Both are beautifully illustrated. The streets are filled with people, and they all have a lot to say. I'm going to point out something that's very debatable, but I felt that Yakuza's world was more alive than the people you find in games like Grand Theft Auto 4. I was just amazed with Tokyo itself. Very colorful both night and day, and lots of things to see and do, which I'll talk about more later. Music in the game goes along with things you do in the world of Yakuza. There's even a karaoke bar that has various songs your character sings, which is hilarious, but not in a bad way. When it comes to sound effects, they don't slack off here either. Each time you throw a punch or pull off a finisher move, you'll hear bone-crunching sounds that'll make you cringe. As far as other sounds, it fits the bill as far as ambience is concerned. You'll hear people walking around, you'll hear people chattering, you'll hear cash registers go off. In the restaurants, you'll hear people dining and eating. They've got it all covered. Moving on to controls, you have full 360 controls when exploring the world, and you can switch to first-person view to look around at your surroundings, which is also used to spot items and events around you. Fighting is amazingly easy and fun too. Even if you've never played a fighting game, you'll have fun just pushing buttons watching as you beat faces in. But don't fret, there are a lot of moves to learn for you hardcore fighting fans, and each move is worth the effort. You also have a gauge that builds up that is used to perform devastating attacks to your opponents. When your gauge is filled, your character will ignite in a spiritual flame, and then depending on the situation, you can perform your critical attack. You also find some QTE, aka Quick Time events in the game. Not as overwhelming as games like Shenmue, but it's more like God of War in terms of subtlety. There are many games throughout the world of Yakuza that use various control schemes, but easy enough to do and not necessary to point out in this review. Also, after combat, and among doing anything else in the world, you will gain experience points, which is used to learn new abilities for your character. Leveling up is pretty simple. You have a total of 4 areas of advancement. They are Soul, Tech, Body, and Essence. Each category has their own abilities. Each time you level up a category, you'll reveal a new move to try and achieve. This game has a lot going on. You'll always find something to do. From playing pool, throwing darts, singing karaoke, playing golf, bowling, and fishing to name a few, and trust me, there is a lot more. The game also features locker keys which are hidden throughout the world of Yakuza. These locker keys let you open up lockers that contain items used in the game. Some items are common and some are rare, but overall fun to do. This game is also filled with a crap load of side quests, and new ones appear going from chapter to chapter in the game's story, so be sure to take a break from the plot and look around. Speaking of the story, this is after all Yakuza 3. But if you're new to the series, then no need to worry. The game does come with videos and a monologue explaining what happened in the previous title, getting you up to date with current events. And the current story is no sleeper. I felt it was written very well. In fact, I was really impressed with the script. Nothing goofy or out of whack that leaves you scratching your head, like you do with most Japanese games. Outside of the powers your character gets, and unrealistic furniture you can pick up and use as a weapon, like a couch for example, this game's story is very believable. Also, when you complete the game, you'll unlock Premium Story Mode and Premium Adventure Mode. Premium Story Mode allows you to transfer everything you've accomplished into a new game, like experience, items, etc. Premium Adventure Mode allows you to fully explore the world without the story mode. You have the ability to run around and play a lot of the mini-games. My overall opinion is this: if you like fighting games, then buy this game. Especially if you're a Shenmue fan. Yakuza 3 surpasses its previous entries and truly won't disappoint. It has a great story, great gameplay, and it's very addicting. That's all I have to say about Yakuza 3 for the PlayStation 3. My name is Ace, and look forward to my next review here on the Ace Station.